Assalamualaikum and good evening. You're now with me, Yusuf Shukri, for TVS Nightline. We begin with this news. Sarawak is expected to enjoy a major boost in green economy after Petros and China Jiangsu International, or CJI, signed an MOU with 7 companies, potentially bringing up to 20 billion ringgit in investments over the next 10 years. In a press conference after the signing ceremony of the Kuching Low Carbon Hub Framework, Premier Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tunopeng says the commitment will strengthen Sarawak's position as the region's most significant low-carbon industrial hub.
Through China Jiangsu International, they will also bring a high-powered companies to locate the operation in Sarawak. And today, 7 MOUs are signed between the various companies in this green economy, which will bring in 10 years potential of $7 billion investment, $7 billion investment, which is roughly about 20 over billion ringgit investment in Sarawak.
The strategic collaboration between CJI and Petros as the lead developer of the industrial area is set to accelerate the development of Tanjung Embang as a leading low-carbon industrial park in ASEAN. Abang Johari says CJI will also bring global-level companies to establish their operations in Sarawak.
And also with that 7 billion investment injected into our economy, that will also raise our GDP, which is our target is 282 billion by 2030. And with this injection of 7 billion plus other investment coming into stream in Sarawak, I think we can achieve our target of 282 billion.
Beyond the industrial sector, the Petros-CJI partnership also includes human capital development. Jiangsu's top technical universities will serve as platforms for educational collaboration. Under this plan, Sarawak students receiving free education will undergo industrial training in Jiangsu in their 3rd year. As related industries are established in Sarawak, these students will later be absorbed into the technical workforce. Abang Johari also highlighted that the proposed deep-sea port, new port and artificial island for the petrochemical and gas sectors will complete the state's investment ecosystem.
At the same time, Abang Johari said that Sarawak also sees great potential in waste management cooperation with Jiangsu. This is amplified by the province's strong expertise in using modern technology to convert waste into valuable resources.
And then, we just passed our law on waste management, and they are also good in waste management, using modern technology to convert waste. As I said, don't waste the waste, monetize the waste.
Commenting on the dialogue session with Jiangsu provincial government, the Premier says both sides have a solid common platform to expand strategic cooperation, particularly in training and expertise sharing. According to him, Jiangsu is among the most advanced provinces in China, including having the successful Suzhou Industrial Park developed in partnership with Singapore. The cooperation between Jiangsu and Sarawak also carries its own uniqueness and distinct added value.
Fighting raged on Thursday along the border of Cambodia and Thailand, with explosions heard near centuries-old temples ahead of US President Donald Trump's planned phone call to the leaders of both countries. At least 19 people have been killed in the latest round of border fighting that reignited last week, and more than 500,000 people, mostly in Thailand, have fled border areas near where jets, tanks and drones have waged battle. People displaced by fighting along Thailand's border with Cambodia told that they reject the idea of third countries intervening in the conflict.
ไม่ต้องพวกคุณไม่รู้หรอกว่าประเทศไทยเจ็บช้ำน้ำใจขนาดไหนประเทศพวกคุณคือสบายไปแล้วคุณไม่ต้องมายุ่งปล่อยให้สองประเทศนี้จัดการกันเองแล้วก็ฝากถึงประเทศที่3ด้วยเนาะว่าไม่ต้องมาขอเจรจาหมดเวลาแล้วประเทศที่3ไม่ต้องมายุ่งขอให้เป็น2คนคุยกันเลยใส่กันเลยให้จบที่รุ่นนี้งวดนี้รอบนี้ไม่ต้องมีรอบหน้าอีก
นี่ผมก็ไม่อยากให้เจรจานะอยากให้เอามันจบไปเลยยังไงก็คือรัฐบาลรัษฎรจะได้ทำมาหากินโดยที่ไม่ต้องหวาดผวาอีก
The Southeast Asian nations dispute the colonial-era demarcation of their 800-kilometer frontier, where both sides claim a smattering of historic temples. This week's clashes are the deadliest since 5 days of fighting in July that killed thousands before a shaky truce was agreed, following intervention by Trump. The U.S. president says he is expected to speak on Thursday with the leaders of Thailand and Cambodia to demand a halt to the clashes. But Thailand's Prime Minister Anutin Chanvirakul says there had been no coordination yet with any U.S. officials.
Bulgarian Prime Minister Rosen Zelyaskov announced his cabinet's resignation on Thursday ahead of a no-confidence vote amid nationwide anti-government protests. Zelyaskov announced the resignation at an emergency press conference in Parliament, which was about to vote on a no-confidence motion against the government.
Ние нямаме съмнение, че на предстоящият за гласуване вод на недоверие правителството за 6-ти път ще получи подкрепа и вотът на недоверие няма да бъде успешен. Независимо от това, за нас решенията на Народното събрание имат смисъл тогава, когато изразяват волята на суверена. Не случайно са казали римляните Vox Populi, Vox Dei. В тази връзка ви уведомявам, че преди гласуването на вота на доверие, днес правителството подава оставка.
Thousands of Bulgarians rallied on Wednesday, December 10 evening in Sofia and dozens of other towns and cities across the Black Sea nation, the latest in a series of rolling demonstrations that have underlined public frustration with endemic graph and the failure of successive governments to root it out. Last week, Zelyaskov's government withdrew its 2026 budget plan, the first drafted in euros, due to the protests. Opposition parties and other organizations said they were protesting against plans to hike social security contributions and taxes on dividends to finance higher state spending.
Now back in Malaysia, a disturbing new revelations from the parliament today. More than 7,100 cases of violence and sexual abuse in Malaysia involves children and their caregivers. These cases were recorded nationwide from 2021 to November 2025. And Home Minister Datuk Seri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail says that of these cases, 4,079 involves violence against children, while 3,042 were sexual abuse cases committed by individuals' guardians, which unfortunately include parents, teachers, babysitters and foster families.
Bagi kes gangguan seksual yang mangsanya kanak-kanak dan pelakunya adalah penjaga. Penjaga ini betul maksudnya ibu bapa, guru, pengasuh, mak bapa angkat, keluarga angkat, itu takrif penjaga. Baik, kes gangguan seksual tempoh yang sama 2021 hingga November 2025 3,042 kes.
All investigations involving minors are handled by Bukit Aman Sexual, Women and Children Investigation Division, known as D11, using provisions under the Sexual Offences Against Children Act 2017 and the Penal Code. He emphasized that police now rely on child interview centres, specially designed spaces that do not resemble interrogation rooms, ensuring children can speak safely and comfortably, and that the evidence collected is admissible in court.
In a related development, an unfortunate one that is, a one-year-old girl was pronounced dead after being brought unconscious to a private clinic in Bandar Sendayan, leading to the arrest of a babysitter. Seremban Police Chief ACP Azhar Abdul Rahim says the toddler was brought to the clinic by her mother at 5:50 p.m. before the doctor on duty performed CPR, and then she was pronounced dead. He said according to initial investigations, the girl had been under the care of a 32-year-old babysitter for 5 months and was reported to be in a frail condition. Injuries and bruises were found on the toddler's abdomen. The babysitter was arrested and later released on bail. The case is currently being investigated under Section 31(1)(a) of the Child Act 2001. Sarawak has recorded a total of 3,227 new teachers as of November 2025, with 1,078 teachers, or 33.4%, placed in rural schools across the state. Deputy Education Minister Wong Kah Woh says the remaining 2,149 teachers, or 66.6%, have been assigned to other areas in Sarawak based on subject options and available vacancies.
Sehingga November 2025, KPM pada tahun ini telah berjaya menempatkan seramai 3,227 orang guru baharu di Sarawak. Daripada jumlah tersebut, seramai 1,078 orang atau 33.4% guru baharu ditempatkan di sekolah pedalaman Sarawak, manakala 2,149 orang atau 66.6% ditempatkan di lain-lain kawasan di Sarawak berdasarkan kepada kekosongan jawatan dan juga keperluan option di sekolah dan juga daerah masing-masing.
Wong emphasized that teacher placement is dynamic and is dependent on those who retired, as well as available headcounts revised regularly. He added that the Ministry of Education MOE is committed to ensuring that the placement of new teachers supports the preparation of schools, District Education Officers PPD and the State Education Department GPN ahead of the 2026 school session.
Wrapping up the Nightline, a special task force from the Bukit Aman Criminal Investigation Department is currently investigating the shooting of 3 men in Durian Tunggal, Malacca. Home Minister Datuk Seri Saifuddin Nasution Ismail says investigations will take into account all statements and findings, including those involving police personnel who are part of the operation.
Hal itu saya nak sebut yang fact yang pertama adalah Bukit Aman telah menubuhkan jawatankuasa penyiasat diambil alih oleh Bukit Aman seperti diumum oleh pengarah Jabatan Siasatan Jenayah Datuk Kumar. Maknanya sejurus selepas jawatankuasa itu ditubuhkan, mereka akan mulakan kerja lah. Kerja apa yang mereka mulakan? Mereka akan mengambil keterangan-keterangan lah. Daripada, saya percaya daripada keluarga yang mula-mula melalui peguam bercakap tentang adanya audio sebagainya lah.
On November 24, Malacca Police Chief Deputy Commissioner Datuk Zulkhairi Mukhtar says 3 alleged criminals were shot dead after one of them attacked a policeman with a machete at an oil palm plantation at the scene. The deceased were said to be members of the Durian Tunggal gang and were on their way to commit a robbery based on verified sources. The gang has been operating since early last year and was linked to 20 cases in Malacca and 1 case each in Negeri Sembilan and Selangor, causing losses amounting to 1.35 million ringgit. Previously, Inspector General of Police, Datuk Sri Muhammad Khalid Ismail said police had received a compact disc containing an audio recording of a telephone conversation between one of the suspects and his wife before the incident. Lawyers representing the families demanded that Bukit Aman investigate the deaths based on the evidence provided.
And don't forget to witness all the action and greatness of the 33rd SEA Games in Thailand from December 9th to December 20th, live, exclusively on TVS 122, TVS Inspire, and our TVS SEA Games YouTube channel, or on your screen anytime, anywhere. And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Yusuf Shakri. Thank you for watching. Good night. Assalamualaikum.